Good morning and welcome to 7 at 7, your super quick roundup of financial news from India and the world to get you clued in for the day. It's Wednesday, the 9th of October, and I'm your host Anirban Chaudhary. Starting with a global markets roundup, US stocks rebounded on Tuesday following a losing session on Wall Street as oil prices eased and investors assessed ongoing tensions in the Middle East. The S&P 500 gained 0.97% and the Nasdaq Composite rose 1.45%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 0.3%. Now, West Texas Intermediate oil futures dropped 4.6% as traders monitored Israel's expected retaliation to Iran missile attacks. A global media report also said that investors are watching US efforts to prevent a wider regional conflict. Energy stocks were pressured, but tech shares powered higher. Nvidia and Broadcom gained 4% and 3% respectively. Meta platforms Tesla and Microsoft rose at least 1% each, while Palo Alto Networks rallied 5%. The European Central Bank will cut its deposit rate by 25 basis points on October 17th and again in December. This is according to more than 90% of economists polled recently by Reuters. Most of them now see a quicker decline in Eurozone inflation than they had earlier thought. The cut, if it happens, will take the deposit rate to 3.25% in October and then 3% in December. This is after September inflation fell below 2% and some governing council members, including ECB President Christine Lagarde, hinted at an imminent reduction. The poll also showed that the economy will grow 0.2% this quarter and average 0.7% growth this year. Closer to the neighborhood, the rally in Chinese markets lost steam on Tuesday after a briefing from the country's National Development and Reform Commission provided few details on further government stimulus. While mainland China's CSI 300 rocketed over 10% at the open on Tuesday, the index soon paired gains to finally record a gain of 5.93%. Other Asia-Pacific markets mostly fell on Tuesday, with investors watching August pay and spending data out from Japan, according to a global report. Remember, household spending in Japan fell 1.9% year-on-year in August in real terms. The drop is the fastest pace of decline since January, which saw a 6.3% fall year-on-year. Coming to India, all eyes today will be towards the RBI, which concludes its 3-day Monetary Policy Committee meeting. Remember that in its last 9 consecutive meetings, the central bank has kept the repo rate unchanged at 6.50% as it plays the age-old balancing game between inflation and growth. This time, estimates are varied, but escalating tensions of a full-blown war in the Middle East have pared down industry expectations of any shift in the RBI stance. Meanwhile, India's biggest planned IPO just became bigger. ET has learned that, encouraged by the strong demand for several recent stock market debuts, Hyundai Motor India, the country's second largest car maker, has increased its issue size by more than a tenth to 25,800 crore rupees. The offering is set to open for subscription on Tuesday, October 15th, according to sources. Hyundai Motor India is likely to sell the shares at a price band of 1865 rupees to 1960 rupees apiece. The issue will close on October 17th. Here's news about another mega IPO contender. Swiggy granted employee stock options worth $271 million to its founders and top management under its latest stock-based compensation plan rolled out earlier this year. Nearly $200 million of the stock option has been granted to its founder and group CEO, Sri Harsha Majeti. The rest was awarded to co-founders Nandan Reddy and Funny Kishan Adipelli, Chief Financial Officer Rahul Bothra, Chief Technology Officer Madhusudan Rao, Food Marketplace CEO Rohit Kapoor, and newly appointed CEO of Swiggy Instamart Amitesh Jha. Finally, here's some good news from the renewable sector. Tata Power is planning to make one of the biggest orders ever in wind turbines, about 21,000 crore rupees. These turbines will be installed at its wind-solar hybrid renewable energy facilities across the country over the next 3 to 5 years. ET has learned that 4 large suppliers, including Siemens Gamesa, Senvion India, Envision Energy and Suzlon Energy, are in the race to bid for and sell the turbines to Tata Power. Remember, this is part of Tata Power's plans to invest about $9 billion to expand renewable energy capacity in the next 5 to 6 years. That's it for today. Don't forget to grab a copy of the Economic Times and log on to the ET website for more news and analysis. This is your host Anirban Chaudhary signing off. Have a good one.